Hello and welcome back to the Dune Minute Podcast, your place to dive deep minute by minute into the cinematic adaptation of Frank Herbert's world of Dune. I am one of your hosts, Zach.
And I'm John.
And we are back for minute 122 through 123 of Dune Part 2. I'm going to slow it down. I came in hot on that one.
I was not ready.
The computer barely had time to record.
I was mid-yawn as you started that one, so.
It's John Yawn.
Oh, God.
We are back. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you're ready to figure out who has entered the room, the cavern, I should say, not the room. Because that,
is a cavern not a room?
Oh, this is a squares and rectangles situation, isn't it?
Or are rooms caverns?
I think that depends on your perspective. Would a closet be a cavern to an ant? I don't know. We're kind of burgeoning on the existential here.
I don't know.
Write in. Let us know. Would a closet be a cavern to an ant?
Do you hate our stupid tangents that we go on? Why are you still listening? Please don't stop listening.
Yeah, I mean, please listen. Like, if you, whatever.
Number go up, make brain go happy.
It's true. I've stopped looking at the stats.
On the opposite, I've been looking at the stats.
So we get to see who's entering the cavern. So if we remember from the end of last minute, Gurney had his moment of history where he explained how he got the scar and that it is all of his business that he be there.
Rudely interrupted by some horn blasting.
Yep, some horns, which we do not see on screen. We don't actually get to see the horns. They're somewhere off. The orchestra pit is behind the camera in this cavern.
It makes me curious what these horns would be made out of. Do you think that they would make horns out of Shai-Hulud teeth?
That would be cool as hell. I was about to say I'm picturing like the what are those long like serpent looking horns that fought against the Romans?
Oh, that the Scots had.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called.
Was it the Scots or
yeah,
the
Scots?
Okay.
Technically it was the Picts, but
I thought it started with a G.
I don't think the Gauls had those horns.
The Gauls, yeah. Okay, well, sorry. If you were to believe the 1999 Gladiator movie, the Gauls did have them. But that's the kind of horn that I'm picturing, which is a crazy sounding horn.
The Carnix was a wind instrument used by the Celts during the Iron Age between 200 BC and 200 CE. So could have been the Gauls, could have been the Picts, could have been all other sorts of,
branches,
European peoples.
Yeah.
Yeah. Celtic peoples at this time ranged anywhere from Turkey all the way out to the Western Iberian Peninsula and as far north as Scotland and Ireland.
Bam.
So,
well, that's what it reminded me of.
Yep.
Or that's what I was picturing in my head anyway, something like that.
In my head, I was picturing oh God, I'm going to get this wrong and I apologize. In Jewish cultures, they use the horn of, I think it's an antelope.
The one that has like a single curl in it?
The big spirally horn.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. Don't sue me. But it sounded very, very similar to that as well.
John, that would be called the shofar.
Okay.
An ancient ritual musical instrument typically made from a ram's horn.
A ram, not an antelope.
Yes.
Okay. So we've talked about this a lot before, but when I was in high school, I was a brass player and a woodwind player. And I have played like various instruments made out of animal parts, whether they be horns, like the actual like horns on an animal carved into a horn, or like conch shells, which have had their like tips sawn off and you can like smooth them out to make a mouthpiece out of the top of a conch shell and everything.
You got really good at that when you were stranded on that island in middle school, right?
Yeah. For all of my like first half of 8th grade, I was just caught on that one desert island.
I heard about that. It was rough.
Yeah, I didn't have much else to do other than just like have this very convenient saw with me that I could just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too bad that one guy didn't make it back.
Well, we had to fight over the hacksaw.
That's true.
All right, that bit's gone on long, too long, honestly. I don't know why I entertain these sometimes.
You played a lot of horns in your life.
Yeah. And they all have very distinct sounds like that, and they're really cool.
Yeah. The only animal products that I have played musically have been the heads of timpani. And other drums, I guess.
I was going to say, I'm sure
bass drums, concert bass.
Bass drums, congo bongos.
Yeah. So just, I've only hit them. I've never blown into them.
You only just smack dead skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you put your lips on it. Gross.
It was sanitized.
All right. Regardless of what horn they're playing in this cavern, it sounds real cool.
Yeah.
And who do we see entering in but the Reverend Mother posse themselves? Just
the mom squad.
Just a squad of Reverend Mothers.
So I counted the mom squad.
Okay.
At least in this scene. Okay, so there's inconsistencies in the mom squad, and I partially want to blame the aspect ratio of the Blu-ray release.
Okay.
Compared to all other releases, because in the first scene where we saw the mom squad outside, there were 12, maybe 13.
Okay.
Now we have 14. So more moms have joined the squad.
They found one on the way in.
they found another mom on the way in. And we have 14 Reverend Mothers, all led by Jessica, of course.
Now, some of these Reverend Mothers got some fucking cool helmets on, dude.
All but Jessica, actually. They all have the same, like, super big headdresses that are, like, super ornate and everything. One of the things from Art and Soul that really inspired this, unsurprisingly, was the history that Egypt has given us in terms of like how sarcophaguses are like laid within themselves.
Sarcophagi?
Yeah.
Sarcophaguses?
Stop. Stop. I'm taking your microphone away from you.
Sarcophagois.
No, how like with burying mummies and stuff, they would have the mummy inside of a smaller sarcophagus, and they would basically Russian nesting doll them, so that way they were like up to these just super massive, super insanely heavy tombs. And the design language was basically that Denis wanted them to be like covered in all this super ornate stuff, but then, you know, at the core still be the Reverend Mothers that they are.
Yeah.
And we kind of see that with like these really cool, like scarab looking scarab looking gems and stuff in their, you know, hoods and whatnot. And I don't know, it just looked super cool, but also very odd that like all of them had it except for Jessica.
She's the leader of the mom squad.
Yeah. I mean, she is the mom squad leader, of course. Yeah.
And we got to be able to see her face.
That's true. I guess we don't care as much about the other Reverend Mothers. So
now I'm going to slightly date myself, only with a reference that is, I think you're going to roll your eyes at, but it's fine.
I roll my eyes at most things you say, but go on.
It's very true. This reminded me, like the scarab looking heads that we're seeing, the headdresses that we're seeing.
Of the hit movie The Scorpion King?
No.
Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
No, great movie. It's a fun one.
It's a fun one.
It's a fun one. Hey,
you want to talk about movies where the CG does not hold up?
Oh, that's abysmal CG in that movie. That's real bad.
It's rough.
No. Back when I actually played Destiny, this reminded me of some of the characters from that.
I don't see it.
You don't see it?
No.
Okay. Now keep in mind, that was about 10 years ago.
It was 11 years ago.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe I'm wrong, but just for some reason it drew me back to some of the, not like big boss characters, but like the little minion looking ones.
I can see how you might draw that comparison to like Vex Goblin heads, but it's just, it's them. Not.
Okay.
No.
All right. Fine. Fuck me. Whatever.
With over 10,000 hours in the game, I can definitively say no.
Jesus Christ. 10,000 hours.
Over. I'm sitting more at about 14,000. I don't know. We can find out right now.
John, this is just going to make me sad.
There's a site called timewastedondestiny.com.
I know. Yeah. No, I think you've showed me this site before. And what makes me even more sad is that I know that your numbers are not even near the top.
Well, no, that's not true. I'm certainly in top 0.5%.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, are you proud of that? That sounded a lot meaner than I meant it.
You know, I can tell you. So there's leaderboards actually.
Nice
for the site. The person as of right now who has the most amount of time, at least registered, is 37,855 hours and 16 minutes. The second place is 33,014 hours and 30 minutes. Unlike a lot of these people, I have jobs.
God, I was about to say, man, like how the fuck do people spend that much time doing that? I mean, I get it. People love what they love. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that is an insane amount of hours.
I have found that the friendships that I've made by playing this game help keep me on it.
No, and that's absolutely fine. And that's the part where, I mean, this is getting into my psyche now. Mm-hmm. That's the part where I stopped playing video games, when you had to make friends online. I'm just not built for that.
Sure. Yeah, I am currently in top 0.5% of playtime.
Well, congratulations, I think.
No.
I don't know whether to say I'm sorry or congrats.
No. I play a lot of Destiny.
You've certainly done a thing, John.
And it makes me sad because all of these latest updates are just pushing me more and more away from it.
You didn't like the whole chess game?
Oh, the chess game. Hold on. Chestiny.
That's the last thing that
Chestiny was super fun. I loved that.
Chestiny's a great name.
Yeah. Chestiny was fucking awesome. They've been doing a lot of stuff with like basically the entire like looping of gameplay. I'm not going to get into it because this just will become a Destiny podcast, and there's enough of those.
Listen, me and Martin had our Star Wars moments last week, and I could...
Star Wars? How could you, Zach? How could you?
So, John, what I'm doing now is I'm handing my Star Trek fan card over to you.
Yeah, I'm going to take the fucking Starfleet Command. I'm ripping that Starfleet Command patch off of your backpack right now.
That's, I think that's warranted, actually.
Yeah.
Sorry. Send me back to the academy.
You're not even allowed in the academy anymore, motherfucker. You've been expelled. I'm sending you to a fucking Borg cube to just get fucking assimilated.
Hell yeah, dude. I don't want to have to think about what I'm doing each day. I like structure in my days. Sounds awesome. Give me a job to do. All right, John. We are a total of 2 bullet points into this minute, so how about we get a little bit further into it?
Mom Squad. 14
Squad.
People. Based on Egyptian sarcophaguses. Looks super cool. Yeah. Next.
Now, some parishioners in this cavern.
Oh my God. They're not handing out the collection baskets, Zach.
Not yet. That usually comes at the end. You have to get...
And with your spirit.
You have to sit through the sermon before they pass the collection baskets out.
No, they pass the collection baskets out during the sermon.
Okay, well, we haven't even gotten to the sermon yet.
Yeah.
So some parishioners turn to look. Others stay bowed down in prayer. The squad makes their way, and I initially thought it was to the circle, but no, they have their own little separate viewing area.
They have box seats.
Yeah.
Actually,
because they're
seats,
floor seats technically.
No, they're box seats because they're elevated above everyone else.
Oh, okay, good.
So
good.
chill out. Put some respect on the Reverend Mothers.
John, in this case, because all Fremen are equal, all seats are floor seats.
I don't think all Fremen are equal.
Oh, no, we know that.
Yeah.
No, we know that to be the case because Chani made that explicitly clear.
Yeah. But also, the Reverend Mothers definitely get better treatment.
Now, John, do you get my joke?
Yeah, I get
They're
your
all
joke.
floor seats.
Yeah, no.
Because they're on the floor.
I get that. But
that's
but
all
the
I was
Reverend
saying.
Mothers
I don't know why you're
they're
arguing
sitting
with
on
me.
boxes.
Okay. Are they actually sitting on
Yes.
boxes? Oh, that's funny too.
That's why I called them box seats.
That's really funny. Okay. All right, so they got box seats. Now, Jessica.
And then the attendants go to like help the Reverend Mothers.
Yeah.
And Jessica's attendant takes her veil off of her.
Right. This is highly ceremonial here. Jessica's not going to be doing much for herself except whisper, which we'll see later.
She does like a good whisper.
She does a good whisper. Yeah. And before we spend too much time with the mom squad, we get some other murmurs going off in the background.
Yeah.
And the camera turns to a different angle of the room. I can't really tell which direction it is, but
It's
Paul,
basically from where the Reverend Mothers came from, I think.
it made me think that there was another direction, like from the opposite side. But we get some murmurs, and the music starts to kind of rise a little bit, and we see Paul just fucking making his WWE entrance down the corridor.
It's Paul Atreides with a steel chair. The music rise a little bit, I think, is an inadequate way to describe.
It becomes tense.
We add the most bass like chanting that I've heard in a movie in a very long time. Shit gets intense.
Yeah.
It's very just bo 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 bo.
It's almost Sardaukar level.
I'm not a bass, so I can't, get that low. I don't know what I am.
Most men are baritones.
I'm not a baritone. I don't get that low.
Most men are tenors, maybe? No, they're not that high. I don't know, whatever's in between. Most men are baritones. I'm pretty sure that's true. Don't at me. Now, Paul, he's looking fucking serious. He's keyed in.
Bro is locked the fuck in.
Yeah, and he enters the ring, and the...
Steel chair in hand.
Steel chair in hand.
He's retired now. You can't do that.
Fair enough. The older Nabe from earlier, this fucking rule follower,
It's fucking narc. That's what he is.
he says, Mahdi, a term of reverence.
Yep.
Only tribe leaders can speak. If you wish to share your voice, you must take his place by defeating him and returning his water to the well, as he motions to Stilgar. Again, I think this guy just wants Stilgar dead.
Who stands up and just like grabs his Chris knife and is like, I'm fucking ready. And Paul just like looks at Stilgar, looks back at this Nabe and just goes, paraphrasing, you dumb piece of shit.
Listen here, you dumb fuck.
Basically. No, he says, you think I'm stupid enough to deprive myself of the best of us. And then in Jacobsa, do you smash a knife before you battle?
Yeah.
Or before battle?
And this old man looks astonished. He's never had the scripture tossed back at him like this.
He's never had a hopped up 16-year-old boy on Messiah Complex talk back to him.
And that is where our minute ends there. Now, from a book comparison, this is condensed about a chapter and a half into 2 minutes.
Yep.
It is not this dramatic in the books. They're having a lot of the same beats, but I think the important part to mention here is that this happens just about directly after they meet Gurney. So we get meeting Gurney in the desert.
Yep.
We get Jessica and Gurney's altercation in the books, and then they immediately roll into, hey, gather all the tribes. We're about to do this now. So it is right then, like, into that.
I forget when Paul takes the water of life in the books.
No, okay, I messed up. So we get Paul meeting Gurney in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
We get them having this ceremony. Then we get the Gurney Jessica interaction. And now after that is when Paul does the water of life.
Got it.
That's kind of the sequence of events that happened in the book, which, I love the book. I think the movie's doing this in a better order.
I was just going to say, I think this sequence, especially for Paul needing to like really just fucking like lay the hammer down, having taken the water of life, then going to do this, makes more sense.
I think so too.
I hate to say it.
Which might be one of the few points the movie has up on the books in terms of story order. Now, I can take that point easily away because they left out the Gurney-Jessica altercation.
I can take that point easily away because they left out the time jump in general.
Fair, okay.
Everything that goes along with that.
We are not going to rehash that, though.
Yeah. I mean, we will. It's probably not this week. We will certainly rehash it later on, especially with a guest who is very pro-time jump about that whole situation. Spoilers. There will be more guests on the Dune Minute.
And I mean, in the story, Paul's talking with leaders from other nabes. Again, they're not dramatized as much in the books, and this whole like thing of him saying, "Do you smash a knife before battle?" That is pulled straight from the books, which we love to see. Mm-hmm. There is more talk of like strategy versus religion here. So it follows some loose parallels, but I think we get the high points, which is really all we can ask for in the movie adaptation.
What parallels does it follow?
I said parallels.
Oh.
Fucker.
I hate to say it, but I do think that Denis' pacing here, especially since this movie focuses so hard on the Bene Gesserit and focuses so hard on the religion aspect of it all, really just nails it. And like, yes, it is more dramatic, but this is the moment for drama in this movie.
Yeah, that's right.
Or one of the moments for drama in this movie.
Well, this is the heightening. This is the heightening before the final scene, before the final heightening, I guess.
Yeah.
One
thing, and we'll talk about this more as the minutes go on through this week, but one thing that you and I have talked about, I think on this show, definitely in conversations outside of this show, is how...
Spoiler, we do talk about Dune outside of this podcast, too.
We do. Yeah, believe it or not. Is that some of the best actors come from theater.
We talked about this last week with Martin.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Timothée Chalamet is one of those actors. And I think this set here is very theater-centric in terms of like how it's structured, how it's built, how it's designed. And I think we're going to see some of those theater acting chops show up here.
Yeah.
But I don't have any more notes from my end here for this minute. So,
well, I just want to make sure that we draw attention to this. The last line, "Do you smash a knife before battle?" Mm-hmm. The minute actually cuts in the, right as Paul is starting to say this line in Jacobsa, but because
our text is on screen.
Text is on screen, and we don't know syntax, so we're saying the whole thing. So we are stealing a little bit of dialogue from the next minute to put into this one. Apologies if that irks you, but that's just our established
This
rule.
is our podcast. These are our rules. Go fuck yourself.
All right. Well, I was going to say it a little bit nicer than that, but okay. If you would like to get in touch with us, we are on Blue Sky, DuneMinute.com. We have an email address, DuneMinute@gmail.com. We do check both of those. John mans the Blue Sky. I check email occasionally. And that's it. So if you like to reach out, do that.
Your outros are always so clunky.
Because I don't memorize it, man.
Yeah.
I don't memorize it.
Just commit.
I'm a free spirit.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.